All right. So we are live on YouTube. We are good in Riverside. And this is, oh no, you're good in Riverside. I'm good in Houston. But this
On
is,
Riverside.
right. This is episode 12 of Feel Free Conversations. I'm Mike Brown. I'm here with James Feel Free. And yeah, welcome to the latest episode. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling like my collar a little bacony today. not not a drunk collar. I'm not drunk, but a little. I hear my echo in my background, but it's all good. Feeling feeling in a space today, man. In a space. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. Somebody actually sent me a topic that I
Okay.
thought might be good for us to talk about and that you probably could speak on right now. It is let me find it. Oh, how to accept love.
Hmm. Well, let's get a meditation before we get into that.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That was your phone?
Yeah, I'm
Like
about to put
ding. It sounded peaceful though.
it.
It was like the chime to start the meditation. All right. Gather everything you need to be right here. So that's just your breath and your focus, your attention, your awareness, your inhales and your exhales. Bring them all right here. Taking a deep breath and a long, slow exhale. Bring awareness to the relaxation going on in your body, the release of tension in your shoulders, the opening of your chest, the strengthening of your breath, the softening in the mind. Allow yourself to be here, present and peaceful. Let the breath cause calm as you exhale and inhale. Relax the face, relax the jaw. Breathe deep into the belly. Focus on your body giving up, surrendering any tightness, any tension, anything that does not belong into it. Focus on your body breathing in relaxation, peace, joy, everything that's naturally yours. Take a deep breath here. Breathe in. And then exhale, breathe out. All right. Slowly coming on back. Mm-mm.
I appreciate that.
Like what? Cool. What was the question?
So the question was um how how do you learn how to receive love? I think that's what it was. Oh
Can
no,
we shout out?
how do you learn to how do you learn to accept love?
Can we shout out who asked it? Is that
Yes, that
possible?
was from all that and a bag of chips on Instagram.
Oh, okay. Shout out all that in the bag of chips. I feel like learning to receive love is learning to see yourself for who you really are. Um, I think learning to accept to receive love is just relearning who you are before somebody told you that you weren't able to receive love for whatever lie, whatever reason. So learning to receive love is first learning to see yourself, learning to tell the truth to yourself, and learning to live in that truth. I'm still working on all of those.
I was gonna ask you, on a 1 to 10 scale, where you at with it right? Well, today.
Like my collar too. Yeah. I feel like it's like about a no. I probably like a 6 today. Um, feel because what did I say? I say learning to see the truth. I feel like I know the truth about me is there. It's just um living it and believing it is kind of hard right now. Just because I thought my truth was tied to certain things happening in life. Oh, I'm supposed to be here career wise, financially wise, relationally wise, skills wise and stuff like that. So I tied my love to those things, and some of those things haven't happened the way that I wanted them to happen. So um it's hard to feel like I'm living and believing in my truth. But I know at the end of the day, I am love. And I say that it starts with me because if somebody else trying to bring it in and I don't see it for myself and I'm not living it for myself, I'm not believing it for myself, it's going to be a conflict. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be issues. Like, you know, you go into Costco and somebody trying to sell you some knives and something like that, or water heater or something that you don't need. You're like, nah, get out my face, you bothering me. But if you need that, those things is gonna connect and y'all gonna be good and you're gonna get you your knives and your water heater.
When you said sell you knives, I thought about vector knives. Did you ever do that shit?
I didn't know people that did. You're right. Yeah. And it's not a problem if you need some knives. But if you don't need them, it's like, get away from me and stuff. So if you don't feel like, if you don't see that, yeah, I am love, and I need more love from other people. But if you like, nah, I'm not love, and I need more pain, more hurt, more BS from people, then that's what you're gonna try to receive. So, but yeah, I don't know why I thought about vector knives and all that. Somebody, you always know somebody that sells some knives door to door. Shout out my cousin Janiqua. I know she used to sell knives.
I tried to
But
do it,
yeah,
but I couldn't
man,
get into it.
selling knives, that's a tough gig. How does Mike Brown accept love?
Um, I think I've gotten to a place of being better at it. It used to be hard at first, and I think so much of it ties into self love. So, like, if I'm not
Hmm.
really giving myself that, it's hard to receive it externally. So, I've had to do a whole lot of work around the love that I give myself in order to really truly be able to receive it from someone else or just anybody.
Hmm. Yeah. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say I was asked earlier this week, when people tell me that I'm talented, what do I think? And my mind immediately went negative. It was just like, um, I think people are out to get me. I think people are out to get something from me, as opposed
Hmm.
to just receiving it and taking it as love. And yeah, I thought about that a lot because I have been told that my whole life, and I haven't been very receiving of it.
Yeah, man. It take just one drop of poison to, you know, mess some stuff up, and I can't tell you where that poison this drop was for me in my life to think that, but having those thoughts too, because you are a talented person and you have a lot of skills and stuff, and to be able to hear that and think otherwise, like I said, go back to the believing in self, living and knowing who you really are, not that whatever that goes against when somebody tells you the truth about you. What's been your biggest tool in being able to know the truth of who you are?
My biggest tool, I would say right now, um, just sharing some of those thoughts out loud to challenge them.
Hmm.
Um, when you have a thought and you hear it in your own voice, um, sometimes it may not resonate as your thought. Does that make sense?
Hmm. Like, man, that sounds crazy saying that.
Right. Or like, why am I thinking that? You know?
Hmm. Yeah, definitely being able to hear them thoughts is huge, and seeing myself and then moving towards a correction of like, they don't even sound right. Why am I going there? Was that coming from? You know, um, it's important to be able to hear yourself. I feel so handsome with this beanie on, man, and this light. I got to see the collar and the handsome face. Skin look kind of clear. I got to see it all, man. I think that's a part of really loving yourself is seeing it all and accepting it all. Of yeah, I did that. Yeah, I didn't do that. Yeah, I'm doing this. Yeah, I'm not doing this. But this is just who I am and where I'm at right now. And like I said, in definitely a place of looking to see the good and looking to see the real and the love and the true in me now, even though you know there's some other stuff that I don't want to see, and that did happen. That is a part of my reality, but just really, really, really trying to just focus on the truth of it all. Of no matter what, at the end of the day, um, I am love, so I gotta receive love. Like it's like attract like, so
Yeah.
let the love come on in. You know.
Man,
Um,
something I've been doing
yeah.
to love on myself right now. I know last week you told us that you do 7 affirmations, and after that episode I wrote out my own, and I've been saying them every morning, and it's been feeling good. Like it's been feeling powerful.
That's what's up, man. Um, how do you put that into your day? I know you got a morning schedule already. Um, that's pretty packed.
So this morning I haven't done it yet, but I usually go in the mirror and just read them. I got them written on a whiteboard in the room, but I got them written in my planner, and I go look at myself in the mirror, read and say these things so I can just see them coming out of my mouth and pause. Um, but yeah, just see myself saying these things.
Before you even said pause, that sounds gay. Of like the affirmations, looking in the mirror and all that kind of stuff. It does. It sounds corny. It sounds gay. It sounds whack. It sounds weak. Um, did you ever have a problem getting over what it looks like, or what it, like this is weird, into getting into any of this self love, self care stuff?
I mean, maybe when I was younger, but not at this stage in my
Mhm.
life. No. I mean, anything you tell me, like if you tell me go try hug a tree and it'll make you feel good, I'll go try it.
Right.
Um, like I'm really learning, and just over the years. I think when I was younger, I probably would have felt weird about it. If you would have told me that at 20, I probably would have not done it at all or been like, this is weird. But at this stage, nah. Like I want to live, be, and do my best. So whatever will contribute to that, I'm gonna try it.
That's real. I think, going back to that question, that was a good question of learning to accept love. Um, giving love to yourself and others and receiving love, it feel good, and it feel good in a way where that's a feeling that you want to come to. And I know um, sometimes it feels uncomfortable because it's new, because it's a challenge in your own way of thinking. But like you said, man, in at 30 something, you like, this feels good. So I don't care if it's uncomfortable. I don't care if it's looks weird, if it's different. This feels good. This is moving me towards where I want to be. So I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna do it even more. And I'm gonna really do it. It's like for me going and seeing people in church and any kind of church and them just Holy Spirit it out and shouting and raising their hands and stuff. And these is people that you would see in public and they would be kind of just chilling doing that, but then they go into church and they just let it all out and they just go into their space. And it's like that's because it feels good to them. That's because that's
Yeah.
what they need. Unless they showing out. Delivered.
Yeah, it's and you know what's funny? I've I've never felt it that way with
Mhm.
church. Like I I probably stopped going to church maybe in the last like 10, 15 years maybe. I used to go all the time. I used to go to
Really?
Methodist church out here. I used to go to Catholic church in New Orleans, went to Catholic church for a while in LA. And I've been to different churches throughout LA and stuff like that. I was saying like that. But
Mhm.
um I don't know. I just never felt like I really needed that space to connect with God. And like I said, it never just touched my spirit in that way. Like I see what you were talking about as far as like how people connect to like the music, the experience, but it's never resonated for me like that. And it's funny, I do find myself every once in a while listening to some gospel music, but it's something that like I remember listening to as a kid that reminds me of home or like reminds me of family, but never in the sense of reminding me of church.
Mm. So you said, where do you shout at? Where do you express physically, or how do you, you know what I mean? How do you, where do you catch the Holy Spirit?
When I'm creating, honestly, um, that's like the shout for God, shout for whatever the shout is for. That's where it comes out for me.
What does it look like?
It could look any way. It could look like joy. It could look like pain. It's whatever it is. It's always a release, though.
Mm. When was the last time you cried?
Um, Last Sunday,
That was a
and I was
that was a
drawing.
shout. Mm.
Um, I don't even know if it was a shout. It was like it was almost like maybe it was a shout. It was like catching the spirit. Like you know, the drawing
Mhm.
was catching the spirit and like coming out of that and recognizing that feeling was what made me emotional. You know what I mean? Like being in that flow, being in that meditative state without giving any thought to anything else but like just what was coming up. That felt good.
That's what's up. Yeah, I took your advice and I got a canvas and some paint and I painted yesterday in my backyard. It's nice out there, man. I'm very blessed to live in California and to have space and stuff like that. I'm sure it's nice other places too, but it was really nice outside and um I got some paint down and it just it spoke to me. It spoke to me to do the painting thing and stuff. I still felt like I had to hurry up and do something else. Like I still felt like I was on the move and everything, but I'm gonna keep working on it because I still, yeah, I'm just keep working on it because it is some stuff to keep working on. But yeah, it really it felt very connected to where I'm at, and I don't even I can't call it a good or a bad thing. I could just say that was an expression, and so I'm happy for that. That I'm like I'm not trying to judge it. I'm not trying to make it a product. I'm not trying to make it do something for me. 21. I'm not trying to make it do anything except be what it is. And that's exciting to kind of to hop onto that and stuff. And like you said, shout, have that expression um to release and stuff. So
And I think that's the most, like, the word to describe it is beautiful, because like, good and bad, that shit is not real. You know what I mean? Like,
mhm,
that shit is all subjective. So, like, what's good to you may not be good to me. So it's like, just to know that you were able to express yourself in an honest way. Most people can't do that. So that's what makes it great. You know what I'm saying? Is that you were vulnerable enough to put your feelings on a canvas. You know, words is easy to express yourself a lot of times, in my opinion, because you can manipulate these shits to get the message across how you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But with the
mhm,
canvas, you can't fake it. You you can only approach it in the purest, rawest way that you possibly can.
right. And I went to the Cheech and Chong. Cheech, he got a museum out here in Riverside.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, he opened maybe like I don't know 2 3 years ago or 1 years ago, but because he has the largest Chicano art
Oh
collection
wow.
in the world, so he opened up a museum out here. And it literally is walk. Both the museums are walking distance from me here in Riverside, and yeah, I went and I checked it out. And in the museum, you got some high, complex, very technical stuff that moves you and creates a story for you in one way. Then you got some stuff in there that look like, a 7-year-old did it, a 5-year-old did it. But like you said, it all expressed what it needed to express and hit out need to hit. So I went in there first and just kind of, I just needed to see some art. Um, and then I went and got my little art stuff and just put the paint on the canvas and got it out. And like I said, still in that process of doing it. That's gonna be a forever, a lifetime process of just getting it out. Um,
And
checking in where I'm at.
it's funny to hear you say, like, there was art that looked like a 7-year-old could have did it, because it's like the the 7-year-old becomes an adult. So it's like, why would, if they drew this way at 7, why would it all of a sudden just be different? You know what I mean? Like, as if that child, like, disappears.
Right. Um, and even like you were saying, not producing anything for effect, like just producing, just creating to create. Kids, they do stuff to create and then they learn techniques to be able to give it a certain effect. Like I was going for this line so it can express this. I was going for that, going for like when you're a kid, you ain't going for nothing. You just getting it out. So, like to take time to not go for nothing is is I want to say is radical. Radical is different because everything else is I'm doing this for something like either for distraction, for money, for attention, for whatever, like just doing it for something. It's for the effect. I'm doing this for this to happen instead of just I'm doing this because this is what I feel led to do right now. And that's a different space to be in.
I think that's why it's so important for creatives. I mean, we all are creatives to some degree, but it's very important for us to just create, just to create, because I think that's when you create your best work, and then you can figure out where it's supposed to go, what it's supposed to do, and all that shit. But as you were talking, I know there were a few episodes ago where you asked me, what was the difference between me and Kanye, and I feel like a major difference is that I can do this just to do it without it being anything. I saw him online yesterday talking about he's the GOAT, like he's better than Kendrick, he's better than Drake. And it just sounded gross because it was like, who gives a fuck?
Mhm.
Like, just in the grand scheme of reality, who cares? Like, you don't make this, like, it's funny. When I was younger, these people used to make it look fun, and like, you don't make it look fun.
Mhm. It's like, yeah, you got all your life going on, your kids, your family, your job, whatever, and then on top of that, you got to reach out for relevancy to try to be relevant to people who really don't care about you. Like that's a part of your job is to be in the mix of people who don't care about you. Like people that's talking about something else, and then you, oh well, me too. I'm good too. I'm like, man, that's kind of okay. We hear you. I got it. It's cool.
that
Um,
that pick me energy.
right. I'm here too. Listen to me. And that can be that's very childlike. I think too, and immature when you start associating love with somebody else. Because as kids we associate love at a certain point with our parents or with friends or with other family siblings. So it's like now I got to do something for that love. It goes. I'm doing this to get the effect of love, of attention, of like I'm doing this for the effect of. And you said it earlier about creating with a sense of vulnerability where I am vulnerable to whatever this is going to be, this is, and this to whatever I am at this moment. I don't have to proclaim that I'm anything when I'm just creating. I'm just being vulnerable to the moment. And that is a very, very, I think, intense and healing thing to do, to be totally vulnerable in the moment without searching for effect. Um, and I think that is a cleansing process that definitely just needs to be done on a regular basis, man. Um,
Yeah,
however, anybody does it. So it's a powerful thing to be able to do that. I am going to take a breath on that.
that's dope that you didn't care how weird that looked on camera.
Right. You remember them Tom and Jerry cartoons when like Tom be trying to puff himself up,
Yeah.
or Jerry, whoever Jerry the cat, whoever it was, or that dog, that bulldog, always puffed up. Yeah, man, needed a breath because I was gonna try to fill that moment up with words and just kind of throw that moment to a different direction because it was, I felt vulnerable, felt uncomfortable saying whatever I just said. I can't even remember what I just said, but I remember it made me uncomfortable. Yeah, uncomfortable part of my life, man. I feel uh I have to go to the ocean right now. I have to go to the ocean. I have to go to the mountains. I have to go to the desert. I have to look out at night and see the stars because I have to see something that is infinite and bigger than me. Because I feel very limited right now. I
Mm.
feel like I don't know. I feel like I've done everything my mind can do, but life is still asking for more of me. And so I have to look towards the infinite to be able to step into all that life is asking for me. And it's a scary place feeling like life want more and I ain't got it right now. It really feel like it's the 29th of March and I'm short on rent about $500. And I'm like,
You know what's funny? I'm listening to you, and even you saying being short on rent $500, it make me think about Martin. Like you might be expecting the life to be wanting more out of you. You like, I ain't paying the five.
all
Life might only want $5 out you.
right, yeah, that's true. Yeah, it just feels like life want out of me more than I can give to it. And I yeah, I appreciate that. Like really sitting back and looking at what life want, like you said, life may want, oh, hey man, just cut the front lawn and we good. And you ain't gotta pay the rest of this rent. Whatever. Or just I understand. So you get $500 off your rent this month. You good.
I think that's why it's like so valuable to listen, and I think that's something that comes up for me with art as well. Like, just being in that process of creating, like things come up for you, and it feels like a time to just listen as opposed to like just trying to figure it out. Be still,
Mhm.
um, because I feel like that as well. Like life is requiring more from me, and I keep being drawn back to a word, and this might be the word of the year, but surrender. Um,
Oh man.
it keeps coming up for me to just give in to whatever this is, this process, this journey, and allow it to be what it's gonna be. And the more I do it, the more light I feel. So if I could give you any advice, it's just to give into it. If it's asking and requiring more, give into it and see what comes out of it.
I was listening to Michael Beck with his book called Visions, Visioning, and he was talking about that. I'm looking up the stages that he goes through right now. That's not what I want. Um, he goes through these stages. Um, I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it. Anyway, but in the stages, it's like the first one is maybe awareness. Like this is coming to your spiritual consciousness, all the kind of stuff. Dang, 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 dang. The first one is awareness of your power. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. So he talk about first, you got to stop being a victim. Life is doing this to me. Life is doing that to me. My mama did this. My cousin did that. Blah 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 blah. Getting up out of that, and then the second is being able to surrender after you acknowledge that you got your power. Surrendering your power to the Almighty power, and that has kicked my ass. Just realizing in in pretty much all my relationships, I have not been able to surrender, to a certain extent. But I realized in my relationship, I was being asked to surrender more, and I wasn't doing it. Um, and then even in career and everything, it's like, yeah, James, you got to surrender some more. You got to give some more up. Um, and yeah, understanding, like I'll be holding on to stuff, even though I know there's something greater to surrender, but it's still scary. It's still like, hey man, I spent this time building this, becoming this. This is who I am. This is what I got. This is where I want to go. This is what I want to do. This is the control that I feel like I have. And it's like, I'm not ready to surrender that. It got to be something in front of me that's like, I'm going to give you this for that, you know? And when it comes to surrender and in this point in my life, it ain't that. It's, it's something greater. You just got to trust that. You got to have faith that what you surrendering is going to be, you know, because I'm not at the point of like rock bottom feeling of like, what is life going to, I'm not in a crack house nowhere with on my last whatever like that. And so it's like, oh, maybe I can still move this and move that. But at the end of the day, it's like, nah, this ain't working. It ain't working. You got to let it go. You got to surrender
Yeah.
yourself to become more, and everybody's crack house, rock bottom looks different. And shoot, I, I don't want to have to make it. I don't want to have to be there to be able to make that shift and surrender. So I won't. But just realize, letting go, just looking at the process of what it's for me, because yeah, surrender is there, man. What is the last thing that you surrendered?
Uh, I think I'm in the process of surrendering my limited thoughts. Um, I feel challenged every day, when a thought comes up and I have to like shift it with a thought to counter it. Um, I was working on a project 2 days ago and told myself like, oh, I don't make music for this. And me saying that went completely against the goals that I've set for myself in that space of my life. And it's like, how could I limit my thought to say I only do this type of thing when I've told myself, and maybe I didn't tell myself, but something in me wrote out that this is what I want to do. You know what I mean? Does that make
Hmm.
sense? So it's like I
Hmm.
have to really shift my mindset and surrender to, yes, I can do this. Just it's like saying yes to everything
Hmm.
and just seeing what comes out of it. And actually that was kind of in the book The Surrender Experiment. That's kind of what he was talking about. Michael Singer, just
Hmm.
everything that he fought in his life, he said yes to, and then it worked out. And that's kind of how it's been for me lately. Is just like just say yes, even when
Hmm.
you're even when you pushing against it. I don't do this. I don't. Yes,
Yeah.
and some kind of way, you get taken care of.
Yeah. Michael Singer is dope. I read The Untethered Soul. I keep hearing you talk about the surrender experiment. Um, it's like, you setting your price, you know, you setting your price and then surrendering to whatever your price brings you, or don't bring you. And if you got to turn some stuff down because that's not your price, you have surrendered to your price. Yeah, and I feel guilty about not surrendering to the moment and getting stuck in, but this could happen and that can happen when it comes up. Yeah, I feel guilty about not surrendering to the moment. So I'm still struggling with surrendering to the moment. Um, Especially like when I set a goal and when I say I'm gonna do this, and then it's like something else comes up, and I don't surrender to the moment. I go back to what I know. You know, uh, Still struggling with it, man. Still struggling with it.
Yeah, I think. I mean, the only thing we can do is our best, and I think doing your best is just chipping away at it every day.
Yeah, and I feel good that I'm aware of it now, and that I have, my awareness sets a new direction for me. I can't, I can't keep doing what I did before and be like happy about it. Be just as cool with it before, like, oh yeah, this ain't, I can't. It's like I can't keep chasing that high. I can't keep going that direction when I know for sure it ain't gonna bring me what I want.
Right.
Just let it go. So, and trust every opportunity is gonna be there. It's gonna be even more opportunities to be able to surrender. So, but just gotta keep going. I don't want to. I don't want to stop and say, this is no, this is it. This is here. This is where I stop. I can't keep going anymore because life is asking of me more than I'm willing to give. And I'm not willing to give that. So I'm just going to stop right here. That's terrifying to me because I know what that looks like, you know, and I can feel it. I can feel myself having those conversations with me of like, man, that's, can you overcome these things? Can you make it even further? Um, and being in a space where I'm listening to things and experiencing things that I did before. And it's like, man, I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't trying to do that. This is, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna, like, yeah, just a lot of negativity in my mind. And, I'm just, keeping it going with the affirmations, uh, having time, like really having designated time to do this kind of work and showing up, as full as possible. Um, and man, these are, and in spaces like this that don't have to be formal, don't have to be whatever, but just having that time because sometimes the formal places can just be like what do you call it? Like full of people and people doing their people thing. It's like I don't need people right now. But one person that just showed up is the gardener. I don't know.
Gardner be letting us know when it's time to rap.
Right. The third member of the podcast.
Right. Man, I know you have a yoga challenge coming up. Can you remind us what that is? Because I know it's starting Monday, right?
Starting Monday, this is going to give you the opportunity to begin your yoga practice with me. I'm gonna be your personal yoga instructor. I'm gonna be in your house, on your phone, on your computer, walking through yoga with you, hand in hand, me and you, giving you the opportunity to get started and get more out of your life. So this is something I have been wanting to do, like I said, for some years, but I felt like it required more. I felt like it required that full rent. But then I started doing it and it was like, okay, I'm doing it. It is what it is. I got it. So this is going to be an opportunity for you to get more out of life, more out of your body, more out of your peace and calm practices. And it's going to be something that is going to really be there for you for your whole life. So I'm giving you 30 days of private yoga sessions, me and you, directly delivered to your computer, your phone, whatever. Just it's gonna be me and you for 30 days, and there is going to be a serious transformation that's gonna happen to you and for you. Because if you commit yourself to just even just 5 days of doing this practice, you're gonna have some serious shifts in how you feel about yourself, your level of calm, your level of flexibility within your body and your mind. Um, like I said, I've done some challenges before, and it definitely put me in a position to be aware that if life wants some more for me, I know I got it to give. So if you in a space where you're looking for a little bit more to give to life, I got 30 days to give to you so you can get that back to life and enjoy this little challenge, this journey, this yoga journey we going on. You dig?
That's dope. That's really dope. While you're on your yoga challenge, you can also listen to the song "This Shit Hard," um, because it's not about life being hard. It's actually about life being good. So you should check it out. It released today. It's Yanni Blue, myself, and Eddie
And
Wayne. I produced the song. Getting back into music production, getting back into music in general, because it feels good for no other reason than I'm just enjoying how it's making me feel. And I know that what you put into something, you get out of it. So if I'm putting all this good energy into it, I want to share it with y'all. So these are like my early Christmas gifts to the world. Also, another early Christmas gift, um, healing in real time. My price is my price. These are all shirts that you can find on yanniblue.etsy.com. Um, I have a podcast, a new podcast coming out on Monday as well. So it's called the
Nice.
Creators Toolkit, and it is for creative entrepreneurs by creative entrepreneurs. And we are just having conversations with other creatives to keep you inspired on this journey. I know this journey is hard, especially being a creative. And, you know, the goal for me is to be just as good at business as I am at creating. And I want to share those tools with y'all. So, Monday, the Creators Toolkit, Monday 30-day yoga challenge today, Beyonce's album, and this shit hard.
That's dope. Are you serious? Beyonce album come out today?
Yeah, she dropped an album, so that's what I'm saying. Like y'all can listen to the song before
Really?
or after. Your choice. If you need your palate cleansed after,
Mhm.
or if you just want a Texas intro into Beyonce's album, go ahead and listen to the song.
That's dope, man. Okay. That country album
Yeah,
is what is the this shit hard. When is the video gonna drop?
I don't know. It may drop next month. Being that we'll all be in the same city, uh, so it may drop next month. And yeah, yeah, that could possibly happen.
Cool. Uh, I
We have
might.
we have some behind the scenes video coming up though. We have some behind the scenes video from the recording process that we're gonna put out.
Okay. Well, I want to be in one of the videos, man.
That's a
Uh,
bet. I got a song for you. You can definitely be in the video.
what song?
Um, I'm doing a song about jobs. So
Okay. The one.
yeah,
Okay. That's it. All right. Cool, man.
I'm gonna post it on LinkedIn because I feel like I see so many people job hunting on LinkedIn. It's like it's the perfect place to promote it.
All right. Cool. Maybe I can play like a boss or something, reading resumes with a tie on and. Oh man. Yeah, let's keep having fun, man. Let's keep having fun.
Yeah, man. Um, I got three rapid fires for you. Um, First one is ocean.
Oh, that's like what do I think about the ocean?
Yeah,
Oh man, just deep, deep, deep. Deep cleanse. Yeah, deep cleanse.
the desert.
Oh man. Oh man, that sounds. I love the desert. Life.
Last word, isolation.
Scary. Um, I don't. I don't want to go there. It's a familiar place. I'm really trying not to go there. Am I trying really? I could try a lot harder to not go there, but it's a very easy place for me to go to, and I know it's not a good place to go to. So, um, give me a call, y'all. 951-264-5467. Reach out to me so I'm not isolated, please. I appreciate it. Just say hello. Text, call. Just say hello. Check on me.
Prank.
I will call you back. Right. Breathing on my phone.
Oh
All right.
man,
Rapid fire for you. Technology.
a tool.
Snake.
My mind started trying to think of people.
That's funny.
um, snake. Uh, I don't really deal with snakes. Like, and I'm talking more to animal than anything. I don't really deal with snakes.
I want to say the word right, but I'm just gonna cover.
Shelter and safety came up for me.
Mm, yeah, I was trying to because there's so many covers. But yeah, cover. Have you ever covered a song?
Uh, I feel like I have. I feel like I have. I don't know if I ever like
That's a good
released
clue.
it though. I don't. I know for sure I've never released it, but I feel like I've covered a couple of songs.
What song would you cover?
You said what song would I cover? Um, Actually, you know what? I covered Al Green's version of "Light My Fire," um, which was originally by The Doors, so his cover was also a cover. But what
Mm,
song would I cover right now? Um, I don't know. I don't know.
yeah. All right. Well, let me know, folks. Let them know what song he should cover.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, what song should Mike Brown cover? My computer is about to die. I gotta get my cord.
That's a
Appreciate you,
good one.
man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you too. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is Feel Free Conversations.
And as
Peace.
always, feel free to feel free and namaste. Peace.